when you joined the Guide Train Network, there was something we were looking for, and that was the skill sets that you have in some area of outdoor activity, such as hunting. Some of you are avid hunters. Some of you are very knowledgeable in backpacking, fishing, and I want to talk about that for a minute and the guide aspect of that. When I began my guiding experience, I actually began with a commercial trip into the Grand Canyon. I did the things that I needed to do to be able to lead a group of people and to have the knowledge and the ability to be able to go and actually guide, getting the proper credentials to do so in Arizona, in the Grand Canyon. But also I got my wilderness first responder training out of the way. I went on an outdoor skills training, which was done through Outward Bound. And I continued to do that in other areas so that I could be proficient not only in being a guide, but also in being able to take care of my people in that wilderness setting. I learned paddling, for example. I learned rock climbing. I went and learned that also through Outward Bound. Other things such as fly fishing. I've been a fly fisherman most of my life at that point, but I'd never really adopted it in terms of guiding. So I went and learned more aspects about guiding people and figuring out. Started guiding with an outfitter in Tennessee and began to learn how to paddle and how to fish and how to take care of clients, feed them, take them out on the water. So guiding is part of what you're doing. Okay, you were attracted to this because of that aspect. And combining that with ministry to men, as we have said, is a very natural outlet for us. And there's a built-in respect that men have for guides. If they're coming to you for guiding, they are submitting themselves to your authority, right, and to your direction, and to your knowledge base, and to your guidance. And they're coming to you to catch fish, to hike the best trails, to learn, and to have good experiences. Well, that equates the same way in terms of you preparing yourself. You need to prepare yourself as a guide. Okay, you need to do things. And one of the things that we do in our training, and we will continue to do, is help you become better guides in the areas that you maybe have proficiency. We have some great men in our midst and great men in our circle that are very good at being guides and understand not only the logistics but also how you treat men in those experiences. Our trips alone, in terms of going out on different trips, are a great opportunity to learn and come alongside one of our team and learn what it is to guide men. If you can come along and learn a great skill set, I would recommend getting some sort of first aid. Hopefully we'll be able to offer that in our guide training in the future, as well as learning about what you're doing. What's your particular skill set? I'm not a hunter, but boy, do I know the guys that know how to hunt. So I do know about backpacking. I do know about rock climbing. I do know about fly fishing. Those are areas where I've gained proficiency, and you need to do the same. You need to be just as proficient and have a mentality of knowing. And the way you do that is start with where you know. I think we've talked about this. Go where you know. Do what you know, and do it with confidence. We make assumptions a lot of times, whether in guiding or in ministry, that men know things that we know. That is not true. That is often not true. And you never assume a guy knows how to sight in a rifle. Just don't assume that. So take the time to help a guy sight in a rifle. You never assume a guy knows what to take on a backpacking trip. Go through his equipment list. Make sure he doesn't take things he doesn't need. You don't assume those things. So as a guide, you need to be ready to help guys and to offer your guidance and your expertise in that area. And offer it and give it. They need that. Then that also sets the table, sets the pace for your guidance spiritually. Go with what you know. Teach what you know. So the same way in you learning about your guiding, the same amount of energy, effort, study that you put into your hunts or into your backpacking trips or into your preparation, you need to do spiritually for the men you're going to be guiding in those events. Okay? and be prepared for that. That's why you're in the guide training, right? That's why you're in this guide training program.